ton of information about the fourth stimulus check. We have to cover a lot of news in this video. So I want you guys to know that we have a ton of information to cover. So continue watching, and don't forget that if you want to get this Amazon gift card right here, all you have to do is redeem the code in the Amazon checkout aisle. It's a $50 Amazon gift card code, so pretty much just redeem the code and you'll get $50. And you can use it for whatever you need on Amazon.
Who are the first to get it? Well, folks who have the direct deposit information already on file with the IRS. The next group of payments, most likely in the next 2 weeks, will be Social Security beneficiaries who receive their benefits by direct deposit. And finally, paper checks will start going out in early May. Now, that process could take 20 weeks total. The IRS estimates it can process 5 million checks a week. All right, now this is the IRS page, and if you don't file taxes, you're going to go to this page and you're going to put your info in right here on this left-hand side. Now, if you get any kind of Social Security benefit...
So Joe Biden is warning against disastrous consequences as Congress moves forward towards another funding deadline. The president and Republicans and Democrats are just debating on new provisions that would impact millions of senior citizens. And with the midterm elections in the rearview mirror, Joe Biden is just top of the White House officials. They're just now negotiating while the clock is ticking for a government shutdown. For weeks, Biden's top deputies, led by the Office Management Director Shalanda Young, have navigated the dynamics of election season. In simple terms, this is what it means. According to CNBC News, many Americans are scared by retirement. Barely half of working-age Americans believe Social Security will provide them the same benefits that are paid to today's retirees. More than 2/3 of Americans fear that workers cannot save enough money on their own to achieve a secure retirement, and countries around the globe face the same demographic challenges of aging populations. Fox reported that low birth rates and increased lifespans are straining the finances of the government and retirement programs in nearly every developed country. So the SSA started distributing these December payments this week. This month, you should be able to keep an eye out on the letter for the Social Security cost of living increase. The letter will have details about your individual benefit rate, also for next year. In January, you'll get the first benefit increase amount. For those who receive SSI, you'll get yours COLA benefit by the end of the month. And according to sources, Social Security supplies a source of income that retirees deem necessary to make ends meet. Since 2002, anywhere from 80% to 90% of annual survey retirees lean on their monthly payout to some degree to cover expenses. Although Social Security is the U.S.'s most successful retirement program, having provided retired workers benefits for 82 years, it's on a shaky ground. And as the sustainability of Social Security payouts come into question, it's lawmakers who come into focus, specifically Biden. And since retired workers' payouts began in 1940, the Board of Trustees has released a report each year. It examines the financial state of the program. This often lengthy report takes into account demographic changes, fiscal policy implemented by Congress, and a multitude of other factors to look for how firm the Social Security program is. At a time, the projected long-term cash shortfall is great. The 2022 Trustees report estimates that Social Security has around $20 trillion in cash, and around 90% of its revenue is collected by Social Security. It comes from the 12% payroll tax. And with Social Security's dilemma, well known, Biden has laid out a plan to strengthen the Social Security program. The core of Biden's proposal involves getting more payroll tax revenue, as well as increasing benefits for age beneficiaries and lifetime low earners who need the most. The most notable change proposed by Biden involves collecting more payroll tax from higher earner workers. And now in 2023, all earned income up to $160,000 is subject to the payroll tax. Wages and salary below that are not subject to tax. And Biden's plan would even reinstate the payroll tax on earned income above $400,000 while creating a donut hole between the maximum taxable earnings cap and $400,000. So since the maximum taxable earnings cap increased over time, this donut hole would eventually close and subject all earned income payroll tax to the payroll. So the issue with the CPIW is that it tracks the spending habits of urban wage earners, not the beneficiaries of Social Security. Since the CPID is specifically tracking the expenditures of seniors, it should result in a more accurate COLA being passed along to beneficiaries. A third Social Security reform proposed by Biden also involves increasing the special minimum benefit paid lifetime to low-earning workers, also known as helping those that need more money and stimulus. So I agree with Joe Biden on this part.
Asking me what homework I had. Oh, I don't have any homework, Mom. And told me what time I had to come back home from going out and playing in the schoolyard for dinner. That doesn't happen anymore. The vast majority of families in America are either single parent or two parents both. The percentage that have two parents, only one working, is minimal. So childcare is now a necessity. It's a necessity for families. The anguish people go through to try and find childcare. And then when it's not available or something happens, and what are they going to do? They're both working and scrambling. Who's going to watch the kids? It's agony. It's not this kind of agony that comes, you know, God forbid, once in a lifetime when you get a serious illness, but it's real agony and anxiety. We have to do something. And there's another reason we have to do something, our economy. You read all of the economic experts. We're short of labor. We're short of labor. You go to any business, small, medium, big, they're short of labor. Probably the number one or number two reason in the whole country we're short of labor is we don't have adequate child care. Moms or dads don't want to go to work because they don't know who's going to take care of the kids. Moms or dads stay home or retire or whatever.
The Transportation Secretary told ABC that inflation is Biden's top economic priority, and when asked about the release of oil from strategic reserves, he said, "I don't think it's correct to say it has not made a difference at all. This is an action to help to stabilize global oil prices." Another factor affecting gas prices over the past year has been challenges in increasing production. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm told CNN last week that she had expected oil and gas companies to increase their output more than ever. Economists at the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas argued that in May, production increases will not solve the problem of high gas prices. Oil and gas companies are also reluctant to make long-term investments to increase production amid an ongoing clean energy transition. Hundreds of thousands of Americans are expected to receive their summer stimulus payment in the United States government in the bid to provide citizens with a needed financial boost. This is the second round of stimulus, which is part of the essential employee premium pay program, which was passed by the Massachusetts legislature in December 2021. The first round of premium payments saw nearly 240,000 people receive $500 checks back in March. The second round will benefit around 300,000 low-income, essential workers who should receive the same amount from the state. And the State Department of Revenue has shared that the first checks went out on June 6th. Folks, tell me what you think about this. Is President Biden doing all that it takes to send out more stimulus payments?
Let's start with the Fed and that expected rate hike later on today. Jim, this morning, B of A basically says investors are pessimistic, whether it's 50, whether at 75 might see a brief risk on, but they say best of luck. That's their note today, best of luck.
But look, it is go big or go home. I mean, Powell has to do something big, not just to appease the critics, but because, look, we know that the good times have to signal an end. I think he wants certain industries that make less in order to be able to have not a hard landing, but a soft landing. He doesn't want them to make nothing. But David, we're at a moment when you read the research where everyone's trying to get ahead of a recession.